I'm Jennifer Sinnes here watching News 24 Live. Well, I'm joined in the studio by our in-house doctor, Dr. Darren Green. And as always, he's answering your medical questions. Let's take a look.
Very controversial question, obviously, with us in South Africa looking at the bill to pass the use of medical marijuana. And a lot of work's been done by independent bodies and organizations in getting that bill passed right now. So certainly there are medical uses for marijuana, and for the people out there that use marijuana or dagga or cannabis just socially, a lot of them aren't aware of its effects in terms of your medical health. We use it particularly in areas of oncology where people have severe nausea as a side effect to things like chemotherapy or taking the very, very strong pain medication. Category of drugs called the opiates can cause significant nausea. So the use of marijuana has been described in helping alleviate nausea secondary to those processes. We also find that marijuana is useful, or certain components of it are useful specifically when treating pain and chronic pain in that breath. The latest work that has been done is actually being showing that there is an effect, almost a curative effect, of marijuana even being used in curing certain cancers. Now that's going to be quite a very interesting field of research, and obviously how to describe and contain the quality of that marijuana, looking at it just removing or combating cancer cells as well, but also looking at specifically, do the risks outweigh the benefit of the drug? Well,
let's talk about some of those risks.
So what people don't understand is that cannabis itself, the different components to it, and there's a component that is involved with the psychoactive part of it that gives you the dreamy kind of feeling high, euphoric state with a bit of hallucinogenic qualities.
Right.
But the part that's used for medical use specifically is a very specific part, and we usually normally place it into an oil form that is utilized. That part is the part that modulates, for example, the nerve transmission of pain, also then acting on things like the nausea, etc. So there are different components to it, and when you buy marijuana socially, or when you buy marijuana off the street, people don't realize that they have no idea what the ratio of those two subtypes of the chemical molecule in dagga is. So that makes it very difficult for them. So they might have all the effects of the psychotropic effects of the drug and have none of the medical benefits of it. We're not even getting into the legal aspects of that right now. But certainly people need to understand that the medical risks, or that it can unmask certain neurological or psychological conditions as well. Certain mood disorders or certain psychiatric manifestations can be unmasked when people use narcotics as well.
So is what you're saying that the medical form of marijuana or dagga doesn't contain that kind of psychedelic component?
So we must remember that the big buzzwords for people that are interested in researching it are THC, and that refers obviously to the chemically active component that we're referring to.